Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gregory Talk Time, where we're going to talk the time today with a very special guest, someone I have wanted to have on here for a second, and I finally got it arranged. It is Mike Barlow. For many of you who are like, who is Mike Barlow? Well, first of all, you must be living under a rock, because what do you mean you haven't heard this iconic song?
Oh my, oh my, oh my, I'm down 'cause you're keeping me up. It ain't that complicated, let's just say all I need is a feminine touch.
And if y'all haters are gonna be like coming at me, let me tell you, I ain't the one, especially after I listen to this song.
You can be a legend and the female person take a complete temple, run up outside and be someone.
However, you might know Mike Barlow, know one thing, his album Glaze is on Apple Music. You can listen to it on Spotify, you can listen to it on YouTube. However you listen to your music, that is the way to listen to Mike Barlow. And now, without further ado, here is Mike Barlow himself. Mike, how are you doing?
I'm good.
I'm cracking up. This is my favorite person to have on here. All right, we're gonna dive right on in. First of all, Mike, just how are you doing? How are you feeling? With I Ain't the One dropping, how are you feeling?
I feel good. I am happy with the way it's, performing. I'm happy to see people watching the video. It's great.
That's wonderful. So I want to know. So tell me, when would you say you first discovered that you had a musical talent? Like when did you first discover that you were artsy?
Ooh. Actually, let me find my phone. I don't know. I kind of came out the womb singing and everything,
Oh yeah.
playing pretend and just wanting to perform. Um, this is me. I think I was like 5. Um, This is so convenient. My mom sent this to me from her Facebook memories today. This is me on the piano playing Mary Had a Little Lamb, and my sweatshirt is upside down. That's the hood. I'm wearing it upside down. Um,
So you were always
yeah.
kind of you were
Um,
always the artist inside. It was already showing at a young age.
I don't know. I don't. I mean, I feel like it's kind of I don't know if I'd say I guess I'm like an artist, like technically speaking, but I never was like I want to make art and I just wanted to sing, you know.
Right.
So.
And does the songwriting to you come naturally, would you say? Or would you say it's kind of how does it all kind of come to you? What to you, how does everything start, I guess is my question. Like how do you start everything?
Well, I think the reason that I mean, I used to be kind of big into theater and stuff like that, but I pivoted, in my teen years because I don't know, melodies just come to my brain very naturally. Like I just am on a run and then boom, melodies in my head. And I feel like I don't know if it's something where I think it stems from I would listen to the radio a lot growing up, and then I lived in the middle of nowhere, so I would just ride my bike up and down my driveway, and I would just sing to myself, and eventually I would just distort the songs on the radio into my own stuff, and I think I still kind of do that in a sense, but it just kind of pops into my head, just some riff that I sing to myself, and then it becomes a melody, and then boom, it's a song. But yeah, I don't know. I've been making melodies literally since I was that age. I've always I would pretend to be a pop star, but I don't know. I never had any interest in really singing the songs that were on the radio. I just wanted to sing my own songs. So I would just make my own songs, and now here I am.
He's like, I wanted to be my own talent. I actually love
Honestly,
that.
I didn't realize that. I thought every singer wrote their own music. Uh, I thought Rihanna wrote all of her own songs, and uh, Justin Bieber wrote all of his own songs. I didn't realize that there was a songwriting industry that made songs for those people.
Mm.
So I just thought it was if I want to be a pop star, I gotta write my own songs. So
Right. Well, I love that. So let's talk about your humble beginnings because I want to talk about when I first got to know who Mike Barlow was, which Mike was on TikTok back in 2020. And if Mike thinks he can go and delete any of the TikToks that I'm about to show, I've already pre-saved them because I'm that way, you know.
don't
But
show my TikToks on here. What a violation!
Want to have a pillow fight?
Hell yeah.
All right, watch out. Damn.
What I want to say is because when you first got on TikTok, you weren't was your plan to make music, like to show your musical range on TikTok, because you started off with dad jokes, which iconic.
I actually started off with music probably before you even got to my TikTok. If you go all the way to the bottom,
Uh-huh.
um, it's music. I think my first TikTok video was a cover of Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo. So then I remember I did like Bang by AJR and Physicians by Ariana Grande.
Oh, so
Um,
you were banging out a
oh,
bunch of different songs.
yeah, I did Middle Child by J. Cole. Like I did a bunch of songs
Mm.
and I don't know, they just didn't get any views really. So I think I'm a pretty funny guy. I have like a knack for being silly. So there was a time where I kind of did both.
Mm.
Like some skits, some music, but the skits outperformed the music by a big margin. Yeah, I just kind of pivoted and focused on that for a while, but thinking that I could just like hop from one to another, but that doesn't really, I don't know, that doesn't really work a lot of the time. Like once people
Right.
know you, like when you're a content creator, people want to see the content that they followed you for. They don't really care. Like there are a lot of content creators out there that like make skits and whatever, but then they try to pivot to music and it just doesn't, like nobody cares about the music really because usually people are a fan of the content rather than a fan of you. And also I was getting all sorts of like weirdos in my comments for a while and like people asking me to start OnlyFans and it was just really uncomfortable. So I had to abandon ship. It was rough.
Well, what I find funny is when I first found you, it was because I think you were doing like your dad joke humor, and I was like, who is this buzzed haired, blonde, blue eyed man doing comedy in the middle of a field? And I was like, I do remember when you started pivoting from the jokes to music. Because I think I came in. You're right. I came in with the jokes. I didn't know you were doing covers because I would have killed to have seen that.
They're there.
They're
If you,
there.
I think so.
I got to go
Um,
deeper down. No, because I remember when you did kind of start to shift in terms of jokes to music. Because I thought you were a comedian. I was like, oh, he's funny. He's a funny guy. And then I was like, oh no, he's a singer. Oh, this is new. And so I was like, oh, he's bamboozling everybody. He's fooled us all.
yeah, I mean, I don't think I carried a lot of followers from the one era to the next, but yeah, I don't know, abandon ship. I still like to make little skits like on great occasion, but yeah, I don't know. Music's always been it. Like I never was like I want to be a comedian or whatever. I mean, I like to make videos and stuff. I mean, I my latest music video I did myself, but yeah,
What artists would you say that like shaped you, that you're like, ah yes, I listen to them and they're the ones who speak to me, like their music, because your music's very indie. I wouldn't say like your music is any one thing. Like you listen to Glaze, like your album, it's very niche. Mike's running away from me right now.
I'm still
Uh,
here.
but and I'll just keep talking. But Mike, so I would say, oh yeah, okay, wait, real quick, peep the cover. You can also buy Glaze if you want it on disc form, or on record albums, which I'm still waiting for mine. I'm just waiting for my record album just to show up for my birthday.
The record is not good. I gotta sell more before they start making them.
All
But it's
right.
okay. I mean, it's okay. I'm a nobody, so it'll take some time.
It'll take some time, but he's getting there. He's getting there. I mean, like, look at that cute little face, Mike Pose. Adorable. So yeah, so but back to the question. So I mean, what kind of artists inspired you? Like, would you say that there's anyone in particular that you're like, ah, yes, this person, like their music is what really got me, or would you say that your music's kind of like your taste is all over the place?
I like, I don't know. I mean, different artists for different things, dude. Like sonically, I think right now I've pulled a lot from like Mariah Carey and Michael Jackson, Justin Timberlake, Lauryn Hill. Like those are some of my favorites. But like the people I grew up listening to, Bruno Mars's and Katy Perry and like Lady Gaga, Miley Cyrus, like those people also really shaped me. Like I think melodically, the latter half really like shaped me because some of those songwriters from that era, like Max Martin, Esther Dean, Red One, they really like their songwriting influence. They wrote for all those artists. Like they have really had a hold on me. Just make the song catchy, make it listenable, put production components in there to make it hooky past the chorus. Something that is recognizable and everybody can sing. And then sonically, I love soul music, and so kind of a mix.
First of all great artists, all very talented. And then again, like I said, like the genres kind of explode. So it's not like you really hit on one. You kind of get everything. That's what literally what Glaze is. I listened to it like the night it dropped, and I was like, ah, yes, everything. This is what I like about Mike. He's not one note on anything. We have Glaze. We have a great album. We got Ocean on there. We got I Ain't the One. We got Feminine Touch, which is my favorite song.
Oh my, oh my, oh my, I'm down 'cause you're keeping me up. It ain't that complicated, let's just say. Need is a feminine touch.
I got to hear a snippet of Feminine Touch early before Mike was like, I'm releasing it. It's one of my favorite songs, you guys. And that's just because he wrote it. I'll be glazing that man with Feminine Touch for the rest of my life because it's so good. But you have like Aura, which is another great song. What my question is to you, take us through like the album of Glaze and like Feminine Touch, I Ain't the One, iconic songs obviously, but like what inspires you to like write these songs? Because they're obviously like very fun and out there. And I think for you personally, you're very like introverted on the outside, but like I feel like there's a lot going on the inside. So like just what's that like deep dive into Mike like creating like the music and creating I think very unique iconic songs that are like for a very niche yet I think expansive market.
I appreciate the compliments. Thank you. I don't know. I think it's just kind of me protesting against. I live in Nashville right now, so I went to school for songwriting, and I surrounded by a bunch of like, you know, songwriters who are very like serious about their craft, and they'll spend a week writing a verse just to like make sure every word is perfect. And this is not to degrade anybody. It gets a little exhausting being surrounded by you know there's like a vibe of just pretentiousness in the air. Everybody's like trying to suck the dick of every professor or music walks in the room. Everybody, I mean, sincerely, like everybody glazes anybody who's a step above them. And then like so many instances do I get like follows from people I meet here in Nashville, and then I follow them back, and then they just unfollow me because they're just using my follow as like some sort of like, I don't know, like they're trying to make me a fan just via putting my number like in their follower count on their bio. Like I think it's ridiculous. And there's just a lot of that. And everyone thinks so highly of themselves. Everybody's has like the most crisp production. They spend thousands of dollars to make it so audibly perfect. And I don't know. I was like, I have songs that I think are very catchy. And I want to piss people off. I want to piss these people off and like make music that they're gonna freaking like low key make fun of and discount me for, and then succeed with it. Because nobody ever freaking like paid me any sort of respect. I mean, very rarely. I shouldn't say never, but like everything I auditioned for at Belmont got rejected from. In my songwriting classes, there are a few times there were a few specific like classes that enjoyed me, but most of the time, like people just did not give a crap about the songs that I would present. And even now, I audition for stuff and I'm always freaking rejected. Because it's these industry people who have this like this is what music is, and this is what a good song is, and I don't know. I think the 2020s as a decade has been very like serious, and rootsy, which is not bad. But I just kind of want to present an antithesis to it, and do something that kind of pisses the pretentious people off, and allows people who want to have fun to have some fun and laugh, and that's the album. So
And that's what I love about the album is I think like the beauty of it is like would you say that would you personally as Mike say do you take yourself seriously whatsoever? Like do you as a person like do you take yourself seriously or are you kind of like more for the ride and the joy of just like fun?
I take what I do seriously enough to like know that this is what I want to do as my career, and I don't mess around there. Like
Mhm.
I don't let anything get in my way in that respect. But I don't take myself as a person very seriously. I genuinely like I don't care what people think of me. I don't care if people clown on me or whatever. Like I don't care. I don't think I'm better necessarily than anybody. I just think I don't know. Yeah, I guess in some respects I don't take myself seriously. I do take some things seriously, but even then, I don't get like angry at people. It's just one of those things where it's like, if you're not going to help me with this, then I'll just do it myself. And I have a lot of people who have always been like, you know, trying to like reach in and like help me out with some stuff, but then they kind of like flake. And no, there's just no offense. It's like I take this very seriously, so I'm gonna go do it myself. But then again, it's like I don't. People can crack jokes at my expense. I don't care. I don't care about what people perceive me to be. So.
No, I think that's a healthy attitude though, That's great. And I think I have this question on here and I'm going to ask it cuz I was like, this is actually good I think to pass down, but cuz you went to Belmont University and you went for music and songwriting. And so, what would you, I guess, pass down to an underdog? What advice would you have given you if you would have been like, first year at Belmont, going through it, I mean, you went through it at a very fun time. You went through it during the pandemic. But like, what would you pass on to someone going into Belmont, going into any college really for music and songwriting? What would just be like your words of wisdom to like an incoming classmate?
Assuming that this person's in music, but I guess you could stretch it to anybody.
Sure.
If you like the music you make and you enjoy listening to it, um, then and you truly believe it's good, then A, don't cater to other people because there's so many times where I would get rejected from things and then I'd be like, well, maybe these people, like maybe the judge is like this, so I'm gonna present a song. No, be freaking firm in your artist identity and like do what you want to do. Number two, what is don't wait for other people to like do your crap for you. Don't wait for, some industry executive to like shine down and be like, oh, it's time for you to be a star. It's like, no, dude, just do it. Like, I was very discouraged at times with this album because it didn't sound the way that I heard in my head. Like, the mixing wasn't perfect because I was doing it mostly myself.
Hmm.
Um, and even if I wasn't doing it myself, it still wasn't exactly how I wanted it to be because it wasn't recorded in a studio. It was recorded in my freaking closet. And a Feminine Touch was in a studio. But like, you know, I digress. Don't wait for people to like help you out. People have done a lot more with a lot less than what you have. Like that's the truth. So that's what I kept telling myself. Like I have a mic and I have what I believe to be some musical talent and I have a work ethic and people have made it without any of those things. So here I am.
I agree with that though because it really it is here you are and I mean I can't speak because I didn't go to Belmont but like one thing is I think you also put in a great deal of work to get where you are right now because you're constantly promoting yourself on social media, you're constantly pumping out stuff and you're also like you're just there. Like it's hard to get rid of you. It's like there he is again. And I that's what I love about you because I always love when I get just shocked by a Mike Barlow video because it like any Mike Barlow video, I'll just say for the record, makes my day because it's either I Ain't the One or Feminine Touch. And then you find out there's a sped up version or something. And I mean, obviously, like we talk behind the scenes, but I just love like whenever I talk, and I'll get to this in a minute, but like so Mike has a fan club, an unofficial fan club, more exclusive if anything. It's only three of us who are really like obsessed with Mike, and only two of us spend a good deal of time talking about him. But what I love is like whenever something drops, whenever something new, the first person I call, I'm like, bruh, Mike is just killing it every time. I love what you do. I love what you produce. I think what also is really great is like, your branding, which I think a lot of people try to brand themselves differently, I guess you could say. They try not to be themselves. And I think what the beauty about you, and it's like, like people like Lady Gaga or Katy Perry, or even like Michael Jackson, they're unapologetically themselves, which is beautiful. And I think is something we need in the music industry because I feel like a lot of people try to put on a persona most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time people put on a persona of who they really are. And I feel like with you, it's the unvarnished truth. I mean, I don't know if you'd agree or disagree, but I don't know. I feel like what I
100%.
see on and off screen are the same.
Yeah, well, I think there are a lot of people who like want to be a vibe. So they're like, I do doo-wop 50s music, and that's my vibe. And so then they dress up like they're from the 50s and they like make doo-wop 50s music and post these high quality reels on Instagram and sometimes something happens, but a lot of the time like not much happens and And you wonder like, oh, well, why? Look at their branding; it's so strong, and it's because like, Katy Perry wasn't like a vibe. She was Katy Perry. Like you knew she was a person. Michael
Hmm.
Jackson wasn't just a vibe. He was a person. Like you gotta be more than a vibe. And even like if we're talking about like the doo-wop aesthetic, like Megan Trainor, somebody who really adopted that for a while, but she was still like Megan Trainor. She had a message and she had a personality. I just don't think a lot of the time sustainable music careers happen if you're just a vibe. You have to be a persona, or the music has to stand out, because that's the other thing like people forget. Like you can have this really curated perfect image of who you think of what you want to portray, but if the music isn't like, if it doesn't have any replay value, then it doesn't really mean anything. So
No, I fully agree. Well, and I think, like you said, it's a persona, and I think the beauty of you is like you are Mike Barlow. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the beauty of it. You're not just another singer. Like, y'all, I listen to Feminine Touch at least once a week. It is that shit gets me going, and whenever I just need to laugh at something, I'm like, this song is it. And I mean, there's like what 12 other songs on Glaze. I think 12 others, right? I could be counting wrong. I don't count well.
yeah, the 14 track song.
14. Okay, I was close. Two off. But no, you listen to all 14 and you're just like, oh, I love each one. But like everyone has a special one. I always like in the comments when people are like, this is my favorite one. I'm like, ah. So here's the other thing. You have a very, I think we could say you have a very cult following of listeners. You have people who really just like love, and your music's very niche, and we talked about that. And you have your little fan club. You have the Mike Barlow fan club, which consists of Shannon, Taylor, and I. So shout out to them. Um, how does that make you feel, Mike? How does it make you feel to know you have a little fan club? just the three of us.
Very thankful.
And I want to say, because have you've told me you've had like little interactions here and there, like where you've ran into people and they like see you, as like I feel like as attention starts to kind of grow, like do you like the attention outside in the outside world, or are you kind of like, I would rather run and hide? Like how does this like kind of rise to like, ooh, I am the Mike Barlow? How's that kind of handling? And I want to say, because have you've told me you've had like little interactions here and there, like where you've ran into people and they like see you, as like I feel like as attention starts to kind of grow, like do you like the attention outside in the outside world, or are you kind of like, I would rather run and hide? Like how does this like kind of rise to like, ooh, I am the Mike Barlow? How's that kind of handling?
Well, I just handle it normally. I think I don't think I necessarily. It's nice at the moment because it means that people are like recognizing me, and like they associate me in the flesh with like something that I'm working on. So that's kind of cool. But I don't necessarily like get off on people recognizing me. I think um it's just a symptom of what I want to do. Like I want to make music and I want to perform and I want to sing, and so that's just something that's going to happen, and it's here nor there. It's just part of the job. So, and I mean, it's unfortunate to like, I'm a big runner, and right now I rely fully on public transportation, and I really like being with people. So, if it ever got in the way of me doing that, it would be a little unfortunate. But I mean, I'm nowhere even close to that point. But at the same time, it's like, even if it did get to that point, like I just really want to do this. This is what I would love. So, I'll work it out. I don't
No, I
know.
love that. I'm waiting. Listen, I'm waiting for the Mike Barlow Eras tour. That's what I'm waiting for.
Oh, well, there's only one era right now. I don't
The Glaze era. The Glaze era, ladies and gentlemen. The Glaze
this
era.
era.
So my final question to you, and first of all, thank you for sitting down with me, because it is, guys, it is hard to get Mike. I just want to say that right now. He don't answer his phone. He don't answer his texts. It's impossible. It's
A
impossible.
very like very exclusive interview. You're very lucky to have me here.
Guys, I wish I could tell you how like lucky I am, because homeboy never answers. He was like 26 minutes late to this meeting. So that's
I'm
Mike.
rude.
I
I'm
know.
a,
What'd you say?
I'm a diva.
Yeah. So my final question to you, I want to know, because I don't even know what's next for you. What would you say, like, what is next? What is happening next? You know, not 5 year plan, not year from now, but what is just next for Mike? What is he working towards?
Some shows. I want to play a lot of shows, and I want to tour around the country and play shows. I want to, grow my brand, have, increase the amount of followers I have, and increase, more importantly, not even followers, just like the amount of fans I have. Hopefully get some industry attention finally, but we'll see. I mean, again, as I said, I don't wait around. Um, but I mean, basically right now, I'm gonna have a deluxe version out too, like sometime this year. So there's more to come with the Glaze era. It's not even close to being over. But I'm really hustling this record, and I'm not gonna stop until someone takes notice, and hopefully, my second album will come out, maybe next year, maybe the year after, we'll see. But I ain't stopping. I'm shoving myself down everyone's throats.
No, I love that so much. Well, I look forward. I love this Mike Barlow era. I think it's great. I have thoroughly enjoyed getting to see. Honestly, I've enjoyed getting to see you grow over the past. I mean, what, 6 years? Is literally what it's been. It's 6 years, and just going from complete strangers to one day all jumping on a TikTok live together and then becoming friends through that. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, you guys. But yeah, no, Mike, let everyone know real quick, where can we find you?
Instagram's the main way that I communicate. It's me, Mike Barlow, on all the platforms. Mike Barlow. So
Well, there you have it, guys. It's Mike Barlow, and there's not many Mike Barlows out there, so not this good looking at least. So, well, Mike, he just boosted his ego. I saw it in his in the eyebrows. Well, Mike, I obviously you're one of my good friends. I love having the chance to talk to you when I get the chance, which is like once a year. um, so thank you so much for first of all, thank you so much for being my second guest on the Gregory Talk Time. Honest to God, you guys, I wanted to make sure that Mike got glazed. I want you guys to all know Mike. I think he is someone that is worth knowing. So look at him. I mean, Mike, give us a pose. Let's see that. Let's see that big smile. He's so
I
cute.
don't know what to do. I'm not
He's
a
so
model.
cute. It's like a rescue dog in a Gucci sweater. It's adorable. Anyway, well, Mike, thank you so much for joining. And like I said, you guys, Glaze is out everywhere, so you have no reason not to listen to it. And if you need something to really listen to, start with Feminine Touch, jump to I Ain't the One, and then go on from there. Mike, do you have any final words before we dip out of here?
No.
No. Well, with that, this has been the Gregory Talk Time with Mike Barlow, the one and only, because let's be real, there's no other that's better than him. And we will see you guys in the next video.